Hey everyone, JCR here, and welcome back to part 5 of the Super Paper Mario Any% Speedrun Guide. Today we'll be covering all of Chapter 4. If you haven't already, be sure to check out the first 4 parts in this series. A link to the playlist will be in the description below. To start, mash through these cutscenes until we're taken back to Flipside. Once you're back in Flipside, continue to mash. After Merlin walks off screen, immediately switch to Mario and flip into 3D. Walk to the right wall in 3D, then switch to Slim, and flip back to 2D. Once in 2D, use your gold bar, then flip back to 3D. Walk in front of the gold bar, use Slim, then jump right to pick up the gold bar. Quick menu and switch to carry, then slide far enough out of bounds so you'll clip through, but you'll still stand on Flipside Tower. Use carry here, then jump off and hold upright. As long as you hold upright, you should hit an invisible wall and won't fall all the way out of bounds. However, you can opt to line up your jump by standing at this point on Flipside Tower, then jumping to the right. Once you land, cross the gap, then go down. Jump over this block, then jump over this gap. Go past the first 3 pegs, hop off carry by pressing 1 in midair, then switch to Thunder. Ground pound the last 2 pegs to spawn the Pure Heart pillar. After this cutscene, hold down and place the Pure Heart in the pillar. Finally, use the return pipe. When you're back on Flipside Tower, go left and enter the door to Chapter 4. Mash through this text to get into 4-1. A cutscene will activate once we get to space, which is just mashing, and we'll be taken back to Flipside since Mario is unable to breathe in space. After you're back in Flipside, mash through 4 text boxes, then flip to 3D. Align yourself up with the left wall this time, then switch back to Slim. Flip to 2D, use the gold bar, then flip back to 3D. Walk down and line up in front of the gold bar, use Slim, and jump left to pick it up. Quick menu, switch to carry, then slide all the way through. You should begin to fall down, and as you do, hold right to clip back and bounce. Once you land, enter the door to Merlin's house. If you clipped out of bounds behind the Chapter 3 door, you might land on an invisible platform behind Flipside Tower. In this case, walk down to fall, then hold right to clip back in bounds. After you enter Merlin's house, a mashing cutscene will begin. After the screen zooms out, exit Merlin's house. Once you're outside, use carry and go to the right. Then go up this elevator. In this next room, hop on carry and go left. Talk to the kid with the fishbowl, and you can save some time by talking to him while standing to his left. After getting the fishbowl, hop on carry, then go right, and back down the elevator. In this room, hop on carry and go left. Pass by Merlin's house, then take the elevator down. For this room, don't get on carry, just walk to the right and take this elevator down. In this room, jump to the right and select the first option. After a final text box from Tippy, use the return pipe. Finally, hop on carry and go left, then enter Chapter 4 for real this time. When prompted, select the first option. After 2 text boxes, hop on carry and go down right. For this level and 4-3, you want to be on carry as much as possible. As soon as you see sparkling, point the Wii remote at the screen to reveal the ship. Then stand in front of the ship and interact with it. This will start a mashing cutscene where Squirps joins our party. After 2 blue text boxes, hold the A button until the circle of fire becomes larger than Squirps. Mash through some text to enter the next room. In this room, mash through another cutscene. After regaining control, hop on carry and go right. You could press the 2 button to fire projectiles and take out enemies, but only 4 projectiles can be on screen at one time. Stay towards the bottom of the screen while taking out enemies when you can. After you pass these rocks and Jellions, go up and enter this portal. Whenever you enter a portal while standing on carry, an animation will play for hopping off carry. However, we can skip this animation in the space levels with a 1-frame trick. If you press the 1 button at the same time you enter a portal, you'll skip the carry animation and immediately enter. These can be pretty tough, but it's absolutely worth going for since missing it loses almost no time. In this next room, hop on carry and head right. Enter the farther portal on the bottom. Hop on carry here and go directly to the right, then enter the portal. For this room, go down and head left behind this portal. Then enter this portal at the end of the room. For this final room, go right and stay towards the top of the screen. After you pass this large rock, move down a bit, and you can hit the star block by floating up from underneath it. Mash through this opening cutscene. There will be 2 more text boxes after Scorps runs off, then hop on carry and go right. Fall down, then jump up. Jump over this enemy, then jump to the question block, then to this platform, to the brown block, then up to the pedestal. Do a small jump off this ledge, then immediately jump as you land. Hop off carry and switch to Bowser, hold down to breathe fire, and be sure to clear out the bottom 2 rows of blocks. Jump into any remaining blocks. Switch back to Mario, then open the door. Here, jump to the right, then switch to Slim. In 3D, use Slim, walk into the crack, then switch back to carry. Hop on carry and move forward, stand under this question block and hit it, then collect the fast flower. Jump on this platform to the left, then hold up right and jump to make it up to this platform. Switch back to 2D here, jump up on this pipe and then switch to 3D. From here, jump forward and go across this middle stretch of land. Keep moving forward, fall down, then move slightly right, jump at the end of this platform to land in this hole, then hold up left and jump at the edge of this hole to make it on this block, then jump forward and enter the door. If you miss this jump, you can land on the ground, move right, and do a momentum jump to your left. From this point, we're going to go over the 4-2 grind in depth. Doing the 4-2 grind is faster than the 5-2 grind, but it can be a bit trickier. The routing differences will also increase greatly from now to 5-2, as you can mess up the 4-2 grind at any point, and you can easily end up with any score from 70k to 220k. For the purpose of this tutorial series, I'll be mainly showcasing the key differences between being at the 60k level, 120k level, and 200k level, as these level ups are 3 different attack level ranges that you can be at. To start, let's go over how to do the 4-2 grind. This first part is actually very important. Instead of immediately hopping on carry, walk to the right after entering this room until you get to the edge of this door, then hop on carry. I know it doesn't seem like much, but this will help out the enemy patterns so much in this room. Go right, jump on this block, and then jump on the first beatboxer. All beatboxers in this room have 10 HP. At the current 60k attack level up, you should do 3 damage on each hit, meaning it'll take 4 hits to kill the beatboxer at this time. Do 3 small bounces, then on the 4th bounce, hold right to land on the next beatboxer. Bounce 3 more times, then on the 4th bounce, hold the 2 button to do a full jump, and go right to the next beatboxer. You want to trigger this beatboxer's attack so it'll stay in place on the right side of this block. Bounce 3 times, then on the 4th hit, land on the right side of this beatboxer, and immediately hold right. You should land on the next enemy where you can do 4 hits and hold the 2 button to do a full jump on the last hit. On this jump, drift left, then back to the right to land on the beatboxer above. At some point in here, you should get the 90k level up. This is an HP level up, so you don't have to worry about your damage output increasing yet. Just press 2 to get out of the level up screen, and if you need to do a full jump, press and hold the 2 button. On the 4th bounce, do a small jump to the right. Do 4 more bounces here, then full jump to the right. Go past the lower beatboxer and jump on the higher one 4 times. After killing this beatboxer, fall to the left and hit this one 3 times. At some point during this section, you'll hit the 120k level up. As soon as this happens, your damage output will increase from 3 to 4. You'll have to quickly react to this change depending on how many bounces you are into a single beatboxer. For example, if you've already bounced 2 times for 3 damage each, then level up, you'll defeat the beatboxer in just 1 hit of 4 damage. You'll have to keep an eye out for any changes like this. Do a full jump on the final hit and go right over this block. Then fall on this beatboxer here down below. You want to stay slightly left here so that you don't trigger this beatboxer's attack. However, you also don't want to land on this block by accident, as it'll reset your point combo. Bounce 3 times, then full jump up to this beatboxer. Bounce 3 more times, then fall down. Do 3 hits, then full jump right. At some point here, you should get the 160k level up, which is another HP level up, so you don't have to worry about any damage changes. Hit this enemy 3 times, then small jump to the right and land on this enemy. After 3 more hits, the next part will vary greatly due to RNG. The patterns in which these fuzzies move are completely random, so sometimes they'll be close enough for you to small jump on, while other times they may require a full jump to reach them. You'll have to react accordingly based on what you see. Fuzzies have a max HP of 5, so if you're below 200k at this point, they'll take 2 hits to kill. Jump on the first fuzzy 2 times, then full jump over this block to hit the second fuzzy. At some point during this, you'll reach the 200k level up. This will increase your attack from 4 to 5, meaning you can kill fuzzies in 1 hit and kill beatboxers in 2 hits. Land on the second fuzzy, then full jump to this beatboxer here. You can actually hit your head on a block just off screen here, which has a beatboxer standing on it. So ideally, you want to break the block, hit this beatboxer twice, then small jump left and get the final hit on the fallen beatboxer. If you get the absolute best version of this grind, you'll likely end up with over 220k points, depending on what level you started the grind at. Once you're done, head right, jump up and enter the door. If you fall off, get hit, or mess up at any point in this grind, don't stress it. You can continue your run and attempt the 5-2 grind as a backup. Some strats over the next few chapters will differ slightly based on what your attack level is, but we'll cover all the differences when they come up. I'll play the 4-2 grind in full one last time with enemy HP shown so you can keep track of how the attack level ups affect this grind. To get through this room normally, hop on carry and head right. Stick to the ground as much as you can here. Hop over this first fuzzy, then go under these 2 fuzzies. Then jump over this block. For the rest of this room, just pass by these fuzzies and jump when you need to. Sometimes the fuzzy patterns will be off and you'll have to react properly and jump over them instead of passing under them. At the end of this room, jump up and enter the door. In this next room, hop on carry, do a medium jump to the right, then jump over these enemies, go on the pipe, then jump and enter the door. This next part is extremely important. Make sure that you have at least 10 coins before entering this house. Talk to Blappy and mash through his text. Blappy will ask you multiple questions, and you need to answer no to the first 2 questions. If you accidentally answer yes to either of these, the ancient clue that you'll need will permanently cost 100 coins. Which will either lose you a lot of time or potentially end your run entirely. Hold down to say no 2 times here, then say yes. Doing this, you can purchase the ancient clue for just 10 coins. After you get the item, exit Blappy's house. Head back left, avoid these enemies, and then jump up and enter the door. In the 4-2 grind room, your strategy will differ based on if you did the 4-2 grind or not. If you didn't do the 4-2 grind, then this room can quickly become a pain to do in 2D. Just stay low to the ground once again, going left under these fuzzies. Jump if you need to, and if things get way too hectic, then flip to 3D. Enter the door at the end of the room. In this next room, do a full jump to this ledge, then jump again, then land up top and do a full jump. Jump on this brown block, then flip to 3D. Jump and hold down. Cross this bridge, then move slightly left, and small jump to this platform. Then small jump and move slightly right in midair to land on this platform. Do a full jump, then fall down this gap, and move left to enter the door. You can do this room in 2D with this movement here. If you're doing the tonicless route, go left on carry, then flip to 3D at the edge here. Then full jump down, fall down this gap and pick up the ultra shake. Flip back to 3D, then jump up 5 times to get to the top. If you're doing the tonic route, go left and jump over this elongator, then jump up to this platform, jump over the pedestal, then full jump and hold 2 during your fall. Full jump once again, then once more. Hop off carry during your fall and interact with this bathroom. When prompted, select the ancient clue. During this cutscene, we'll get our next pixel, Fleep. Fleep allows us to make enemies dizzy, solve puzzles, and reveal hidden objects. Continue to mash until this cutscene is over. Then jump up to the right, jump again, avoid this elongator, jump to this brown platform, then jump up and use Fleep right above the pedestal. You can opt to do this movement with carry if it's a bit easier for you, it only loses a little bit of time. Pause and switch to carry, then pick up the key, do a full jump left and fall down the gap. At the bottom, put the key in the lock. For the final room, hop on carry, jump over these fuzzies, then hit the star block. Mash through this opening cutscene. Hop on carry and head right, go under these bricks, then go up and break the top of the second set of bricks using Scorp's attack. Make sure you pick up the shooting star that's hidden behind these blocks. From here you want to head right, avoid these spinning platforms, and just take the same route I'm taking here. You can shoot or hit this block to get a super shroom. Break these 2 bricks here, then break these set of bricks here and pass through. As soon as you see the red X on screen, pause and switch to Fleep. Then use Fleep on the red X. Hold up to interact with this hole, then select the first option to place Scorps in. This will reveal the door, and when the cutscene ends, go through. In the next room, hold right, and as soon as you see the red X, use Fleep again. After this cutscene, switch to carry and go right past the 2 holes. Don't place Scorps in here just yet. Enter this portal. In the next room, get on carry and move upright. Go in between these 2 sets of blocks, then move right. When you get to the right wall, go up, avoid this spinning object and this Elagon. Enter the blue portal at the top. In this room, just head right and enter the shop. Make sure you have at least 10 coins before entering, and if you need more coins, there's a coin block in the top right. Purchase the first option, then hold down on the second question to exit the shop. Once you're out, head back left and go through the blue portal. In this room, head down, then to the left back where you started. Go between these two blocks, then enter the purple portal. Go left here and interact with the hole and place squirps in. After this cutscene, you'll need to interact with Squirps again and give him the Choco Bar. The Choco Bar should be your first option here. Whatever you do, don't give Squirps the incorrect item, as he'll toss it away and you'll lose it forever. Mash through this cutscene, then open the door. In this final room, go right, destroy these blocks, then hit the star block. In 4-4, you'll need a certain amount of coins before the end of the chapter. If you're doing the tonic route, you'll need 41 coins, while if you're doing the tonicless route, you'll need 150 coins. Remember, if you still have the Shroom Shake from 1-1, then you'll only need 26 and 135 respectively. Mash through the opening cutscene, then hop on carry and enter the door to your right. In this room, hop on carry and flip to 3D. Go forward and jump up, then move slightly left, jump on this block, then jump up to the door and enter. If you're having trouble with this movement, you can opt to do this room in 2D. Here, hop on carry, move left, and full jump off this ledge. Continue to hold 2 as you bounce off a Pigorhythm, then go through this door. In this room, flip to 3D, hold down and open the chest. Then exit the room. Go back across this gap, then flip to 3D and go through the door. If you're doing the tonicless route and you're below 80 coins at this point, hit this block, grab the slow flower, then kill the Pigorhythm for a ton of coins. Jump to the left and enter the door below you. This next room contains a bunch of Pigorhythms, so if you're in need of more coins regardless of which route you're doing, kill as many as you need to get your respective amount of coins. If you're doing the tonicless route, you'll likely need to kill most of the pigs. Move right and flip to 3D. Then go right and jump up the staircase. Then jump down and put the key in the lock at the end of the room. Once you're on the ceiling, get on carry, jump to the right, and hold down to enter this door. In this next room, hop on carry and move up. Jump 2 times, then fall down and enter this door by holding right. Once you're on the other side, flip to 3D, get on carry, go down and jump twice, then head left to enter the door. We're flipping dimensions here to drain the 3D meter a little bit. In this next room, we're going to be attempting a trick where we can open the chest in midair. There's multiple different versions of this trick, and the trick changes depending on which version you're playing on. Starting with the Japanese version, we'll cover 2 different alignments. Flip to 3D here and walk forward. Go over this platform, then stop when Mario's feet align with the platform that you jumped over. Then switch to Thudley. Wait for your 3D meter to drain, and as soon as you have 1 bar left, flip back to 2D. Here, do a Thudley jump. You want a Thudley jump at the middle height in this room. Try to have an equal space between the floor and the ceiling. The range for this is pretty lenient, you just want to be high enough to reach the chest. When you flip back to 3D, hold forward, jump, and then immediately home menu. Be sure to hold up and 2 into this home menu. Continue to hold both buttons, then close the home menu. If everything works correctly, you should take damage and open the chest. After getting the key, put it in the lock. If you miss the Thudley jump, you can attempt it 1 or 2 more times. If you get the Thudley with 2 3D bars, repeat the same process but home menu 2 times before reaching the chest. If you have 3 or more 3D bars left, it's recommended you flip back to 3D and let it drain again. For the next version of this trick, flip to 3D, then switch to Thudley. Walk forward, jump past this platform, and you want to stand a little bit further forward so that you're pretty much next to the chest. Wait until you have 1 3D bar left, flip to 2D, and Thudley jump. You want your Thudley jump to be high up enough so you can reach the chest with another jump. Once you're in 3D, jump and home menu, and be sure to hold the 2 button into the menu. While holding 2, close the home menu, then when you take damage and get close to the chest, hold up to open it. If you did all this right, you should get the key, and you can open the locked door. On the English version of this game, the home menu behaves differently than the Japanese version. If we try to store a jump in the home menu, we'll keep the jump on the Japanese version, but not on the English version. This makes the English version of the midair chest a little more tricky. To do this, however, we're going to use a variant of that last version. Wait until you have 1 3D bar left, flip to 2D, then Thudley jump. You want to Thudley jump high up enough so you can reach the chest with another jump. Here, jump up and get close to the chest. Once Mario's cap starts to pass the bottom of the chest, hold up and home menu. Continue to hold up and 2 and close the home menu. If you did this correctly, you should open the chest, then unlock the door and proceed. Finally, if you want to do this section the intended way, switch to Peach immediately after you enter this room. Jump in as soon as you begin to descend, press 1 to hop off carry, and hold 2 to float with Peach. Once you're across, switch back to Mario and enter this door. Flip to 3D here, fall down, flip to 2D, hit this gravity switch, then head right and open the door. In this room, hop on carry and go right, then full jump off this ledge and hold 2 to jump off this pig rhythm. Flip to 3D here and enter the door. Go right and open the chest. After getting the key, flip back to 3D, go down, then enter this door. Hop on carry, go left, and enter the door. Go left here, hit the gravity switch, hop on carry, then flip back to 3D. Momentum jump forward and make it on this ledge, then momentum jump down to make it on this one and open the door. Here, just hold down, fall, and enter this door. Hop on carry, go down, cross the gap, and enter the door. In this room, go right and open the locked door. In this room, switch to carry if you need to, hop on carry, then go right, hit this gravity switch, then hit this gravity switch and point the Wii remote at the screen to reveal the door. Then go through. Hop on carry here and go right. Hit this gravity switch, and if you have good RNG, you can potentially jump off this hooligan to hit the gravity switch a second time. If you aren't able to do this, just fall to the left and go up. Once you reach the top, hit this gravity switch 2 times to fall to the right. Then go down and enter this door. As soon as you enter this room, flip to 3D and switch to Thoreau. You can open this chest in 2 different ways, either by using Thoreau as you touch the chest, or by taking damage. The most optimal way to play this room is to attempt the Thoreau strat until your 3D meter is low enough to go for the damage strat. Go up and stand left of the chest, and as soon as you're about to take damage, jump and hold right when you're up against this chest. After getting the key, exit the room. When you do this room again, you can opt to do the same Mario strat as before. But only hit this gravity switch one time and enter the door. However, there's another strat that you can do with Peach. As soon as you exit the room, switch to Peach. Hop on carry and hit this gravity switch once, then stand right of the switch. Go left, jump at the switch, and just before you hit it, duck by holding down left. By doing this, you should automatically get the double hit, then fall up and hold left. Press 1 and hold 2 to float left for a tiny bit, then fall and hold the down button. If you went far enough, you should enter the door and possibly get an animation skip. In the next room, go left, hit this gravity switch, then swap to Mario and enter the door. We'll also at least need to be at the 60k level up before entering the final boss room, but you shouldn't have to worry about that. In this next room, we're going to fight Mr. L, who has 2 phases. This fight will also vary a little bit depending on your current attack level. Just mash through this text for now. After the screen zooms out, hop on carry and do a small jump to hit Mr. L, then as soon as you land, do a small jump again. Continue to do this until the fight ends. Mr. L has 40 HP, so if you're at 200k, this will take 8 hits. And at 120k, this will take 10 hits. If you're at 60k here, I recommend entering this room as Bowser. Start the fight by quickly breathing fire, hop on carry, and hit Mr. L continuously with fire. Once the fight is over, mash through the cutscene and the next phase will begin. For the Brobot fight, I'm going to break this down into 2 strats. One strat for the 200k and 120k level up, and one for the 60k level up. For this first strat, if you have 200k or 120k attack, then immediately hop on carry and float up. As soon as you're in range, spam 2 to continuously attack Brobot. The fight pattern will always begin the same. Brobot will shoot a missile that you can destroy. Then stay above these 2 lasers and below this 3rd laser. From here, you can opt to pick up this yellow candy if you'd like a speed boost. Brobot will then begin to engulf anything in the area, so stick towards the left side of the screen. When you can, it's crucial that you pick up this red candy, which will increase your attack power. From here, continue to attack Brobot, and you should defeat him fairly quickly. If you're at 60k level, this fight will play out a bit differently, and is actually a little more difficult. To start, switch to Mario and hop on carry. Head up, destroy the missile, and stay above these 2 lasers, then below this 3rd one. Since your attack level is low, we're currently unable to do any damage to Brobot. This means we absolutely need to pick up the red candy, and more importantly, not take damage after we do so. Whenever you take damage, all of your candy power-ups will be removed. Once you get the red candy, begin attacking Brobot. Stick to the left side of the screen here. Keep shooting projectiles until the fight is over. After some final text boxes, hop on carry, then go right and enter this door. Here, start the final mashing cutscene. Finally, you'll receive the 5th Pure Heart from Squirps. And that is the end of Chapter 4. I hope all of this helped. If you have any questions, feel free to let us know in the comments. With that, we'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.